What is a discussion forum? Let's find out. A discussion is slightly more structured than a casual chat, or even hanging out with family or friends. It is defined by most dictionaries as the process of talking about something to either reach a decision or to exchange ideas. It is still a conversation or a dialogue, less formal than an academic paper, between two or more people where news, information, and ideas are exchanged. In a conversation, one person shares an idea, a topic, or a perspective with the intention of one or more people hearing what they have to say and being invited to offer a response. The response can either be affirming, add additional information, or even be in opposition to the proposed idea. Each person present may also add their own support, perspective, or counterpoint to the conversation. The resulting dialogue continues until all have exhausted their ideas, have agreed upon a solution, or all parties have agreed to just disagree. This informed exchange of ideas results in the broadening of individual perspectives and hopefully the learning of new ideas. These types of dialogues have been at the core of education since the beginning of written history. In early education, dialogue with a scholar-philosopher was a primary source of knowledge. Every town and city in early civilization had a forum which was literally and figuratively the center of the city and served as a place where dialogues and the exchange of knowledge could occur. To gain formal access to this knowledge, a student would visit the city forum and sit with others around the scholar-philosopher and exchange in a dialogue. The scholar would present information to which the students would respond through questions, new ideas, or by adding information from their individual experiences. Following the dialogue, the scholar, as well as the students, would continue to contemplate the information that was exchanged and prepare themselves either through additional conversations with others or individual research for the next scheduled dialogue. In our current educational system, the professor or the teacher is just one of many dialogue partners with whom the student must engage. The accessibility and availability of written texts, audio lectures, videos, podcasts, etc. have created a variety of knowledge resources for learners. Current educational models typically culminate in the classroom, where the students have already engaged with the assigned information and are now prepared to have a dialogue with the professor. Technology makes it possible for students who are separated by great distances to be in dialogue with one another. When we use this technology to meet virtually, we correlate it to the forum gatherings of early culture because it best represents the intended use of the virtual space we call a discussion forum. In our current culture, we must add the term discussion to the term forum to enhance its meaning. Yet, even this seems to hinder an understanding of the intended activity of these virtual spaces. The discussion forum in an online class is a flexible tool that allows thoughts and ideas to be posted chronologically yet asynchronous, which means persons engage in conversations that unfold over time. Sometimes the posting of information is treated like the submission of a monologue, a long and tedious speech by one person, instead of the starting of a dialogue. This monologue could be from the professor who is only looking for casual interjection by students, or from a student who has low interest in what others have to say. Either way, it is a poor practice for anyone within education to permit or perpetuate. The cooperative sharing of ideas that results in this learning experience should be the goal. While texting, slightly more immediate, and other forms of social media allow for conversations to extend over weeks, months, or even years, a discussion forum in education exists within a set period of time. Due to the fact that a discussion forum is a dialogue that is asynchronous, not happening at the same time for each person, requires that there be a set period of time for the conversation to unfold. Within this set period of time, a person is expected to submit their response to the posted topic of discussion and engage with at least two other persons to create a dialogue. Even this does not seem like conversations we have face-to-face. A discussion forum where students are asked to post formal written monologues, open for the instructor and other students to read, is also not a dialogue. A student who chooses to post at the very end of the set period of time is also not participating in a dialogue with others. Let's look at it this way. Imagine it is the end of a great class discussion, and everyone is preparing to leave class. Suddenly, a student runs into the class, yelling out their personal opinion on a topic, and before anyone can even respond, turns and leaves the room. This type of behavior could be compared to that of a pigeon. So let's call this behavior pigeoning, and acknowledge that it is just as distasteful as it sounds. Pigeons love to fly over and excrete materials that they have been processing with a total disregard for how it defaces the work that has been in process. So to summarize, a discussion is a dialogue between informed people who desire to discuss certain topics with the intent to exchange and shape their ideas through productive conversations with like-minded people. And last but not least, no pigeoning. Just don't do it.